Welcome to the Sweet Farm. We live in Fletcher, Vermont. We operate a 4-robot dairy farm. My name's Kelly Sweet and my wife Joan Sweet. And with our kids here, we are 6th generation on this operation.
Awkward?
We're milking 220 cows with 4 Lely robots on this farm. My research involved, I went to a neighbor that had a Lely robot, and when I walked in there and see how calm the barn was and the cow flow and how efficient the robot was, and he didn't have the labor deal. When we transitioned from the regular milking system to the robots, it was a lot of work at first, but you could see every day, you could see improvements. Now when we watch cows, you'll see one cow get up and walk up through the barn. As we're in the old system, the cows were all moved around in groups. So now it's more one individualized cows, and they aren't being crowded and pushed around. So the main thing when you start up an operation like this is you've got to be calm with the cows, not get frustrated, because the cows are going through just as much a change as you are in a management change. The cows are learning something new, and they will learn it fairly fast. And the more the cows are comfortable, the quicker they'll learn it. With the robotic milking, what we're seeing is very individualized cows in a group setting. The cows are quiet, calm, they move around at their pace, they socialize with each other, and the cows that need to get milked more can milk more because they've got access to the milking system. In our old facility, we were doing 52 to 53 pounds per cow, and since we moved into the new facility, we are doing between 82 and 84 pounds per cow. When we first moved into the new system, our somatic cell counts went up, and we've been in it long enough now. Our somatic cell is less than it was in the old system. We've been running this summer, we've been running around 100,000. And our components in the new facility have actually, the percentage-wise, we have dropped a little bit, but pounds shipped out the door is up because of more volume of milk. Reproduction has improved considerably because we were 220 days in milk in the old system, and we run about 160 in the new system, and we're using all the data from the collars for rumination and activity to give us a real good pinpoint on what time to breed the cows.
We installed the Lely Calm calf feeder April of 2014. So we've been using it for roughly 14 months, and we have had amazing results with it. The calves are doing phenomenal and growing like crazy on it. The Lely Calm, we transition the calves from birth. We usually feed them with the mom's colostrum for the first 2 to 5 days, depending on the calf, how well they're doing up front, how they're sucking. Then they transition out here and they take to the feeder pretty good. Some take to it in the first day and you don't have to do much with them. Some you may have to come out and push them in 2 to 3 times a day to just get them to take to it. But once they take to it, they grow amazingly on this feeder. By using the Calm, the calves are growing faster and stronger and healthier, I feel. So we're gonna have them introduced to the herd much sooner. We're gonna hopefully shave off a few months' time where we can breed them earlier so they'll become milking cows sooner. And by having the Lely Calm, I feel like the calves are getting used to going to a box, being trained to go to a box, so hopefully that'll tie in when they go into the milking system. I feel by putting in this new facility 2.5 years ago, by putting in the Lely robotic technology, we have the robotic feed pusher, we have the calf feeder. It's all technology, it's all tied in together, and I feel like the next generation, the generation that's around right now is so tech savvy and want to use that information and that technology that it's just going to help us go forward. And the information, the health information you have on your animals is just amazing. I mean, it's just across the board. You can catch illnesses sooner. You're looking at the whole cow more than just seeing them twice a day in a parlor. It's just, I feel that it's just going to be very beneficial going forward, and it's going to get the next generation to want to be involved more.
When I started to put this project together, it was all revolved around the cow. How comfortable we can keep the cows, because cows that are comfortable are going to be healthier, they're going to be easier to work with, and they're going to give you more milk. More milk's more money. So, in the second aspect, you've got to be able to move cows around by yourself because you don't have the hired help anymore. So therefore, you got to think about moving cows with one person. For the ventilation part of it, I wanted airflow, because cows, air's high quality on getting cows to be healthy and milk good. And then as far as the feeding, I wanted the cows to feed with their faces facing the wall to smell the fresh air coming into the barn. And it gets the cows, but my barn has 2 feed lanes on the outside. And it gets the cows away from that external wall so they don't have to lay in the weather, the sun. So you have less effect in their normal habits by having the cows away from that outside wall of the barn.
Living Life Lely for our family has provided flexibility. It's given us the opportunity to be able to go to our kids' sporting events, to be able to be home for holidays, to be able to go to those weddings, because you can do chores early, you can do chores later. So robots give you that flexibility to be able to interact more doing other things.